Here's a look at your Stepladder bracket, right? Blanchard won match number 1, fell to Tackett in match number 2. Tackett took care of your 2 seed, Marshall Kent, 238-192. Time now, your number 1 seed, Jason Belmonte, taking on E.J. Tackett. The big hook here, should one of these two drop a 300 game here in the title match, they will earn a $100 million bonus, courtesy of Fox Sports and PBA. And I remind you, this man, E.J. Tackett, did I say $100 million? Hold on. Listen, the legal department just jumped on me. $1 million. The Tackett.
We got a nice start.
Yeah, no kidding. So Tackett, remember, was within 1 shot of perfection in his first game.
Yeah, he had 11 out of 12 strikes, and that was the match against Josh Blanchard. He had an open, and then that Key Brooklyn. But right now, he's going up against a man who's trying to make history.
Again, I want to stress, $1 million payday, not $100 million payday.
Do you know something we don't,
I
Rob?
do not, my friend. Here's Jason Belmonte, your number 1 seed, chasing bowling immortality. Well, we're perfect so far. Here's your Columbia 300 fun fact. Randy, how many televised 300 games have there been in PBA history?
In PBA history, I want to say 26.
You are correct, but only 2 have occurred in title matches.
Bob Benoit was one, I believe.
Mike Albee was the second.
And Mike Albee was the other, yeah.
Yeah, all you had to do was read the graphic,
I want to say Bob Benoit was Grand Prairie, Texas against Mark Roth.
I'll take your word for that. But just listen how quiet this place gets, Randy.
Well,
everybody knows what's on the line.
The guy that gets all the prom dates is bowling now.
Oh. He didn't like it. But he gets them all to fall! Oh, yeah! Good signs coming early for Belmo. A win here for Tackett. He would become the 10th to win multiple TOC crowns. It would be his 3rd career major. There will be no 300 game for EJ.
An amazing record and stats for a young man that's only 26 years old.
Takes care of that spare.
You know, I think it begs to ask the question, what if Jason Belmonte lived in the States and actually bowled more events? How many titles would he have?
Again, a native of Orange, New South Wales, or Australia.
Dang it.
Left the 2. Tackett, top 15 in all 3 of the big categories this season, earnings, average, and PBA playoff points. As he takes a seat, strike, spare for Tackett. There's Jason Belmonte. Strike, here he is in the 3rd.
Go ahead, say something. I have nothing. That 7 looked like it got hit by a taser.
6th all-time meeting on television between these two. Belmo has the slight advantage, but he's got a big advantage here as we open the 4th. He's up 21. That's a TOC ham bone!
And look at that reaction.
Tackett down 31. Started strong, and then it's been a pair of 9 spares. Back on the strike train.
Yeah, beautiful shot there by EJ on the right lane.
Well, it's better than the 710. Belmo steps back up. We had 4 300 games this week. Jason did not have one of them.
With so much on the line, history, possible $1 million, all happening at Riviera.
Come on, 10-pin! Jerk. Right? Like, I'm teed off.
That was such a good shot for 9. I'll tell you what, he doesn't want this one over, with the exception of the result. Yeah, it was a good one.
Great shot. Great shot. There will be no $1 million bonus.
He still has 3 other events.
Correct.
And so do the rest of our players. But
he missed it. Wait a second.
Okay.
now let's see how Belmonte recovers from this.
That's how you recover, my friend. That's why he's one of the best in the biz ever. Ever.
It's only one shot, but you're right. It's a great recovery from the miss.
I mean, this is a transformational figure in the sport of bowling.
Agreed.
What he has done, what he has accomplished, how he brought the world into two-handed bowling. I remember you and I did his first telecast.
Yep.
And we're like, "What, Rob, we've got this crazy guy from another country that bowls with 2 hands. What are you talking about, Randy?"
Yeah.
Now, it's part of our common bowling lexicon.
Yeah, his tour rep, Tim Mack, actually discovered him in Australia when he was 16. Oh, no.
How about that? It almost popped back up and stood.
Yeah, it looked like it was trying to stand back up in the 9-pin spot. But yeah, Tim Mack discovered him in Australia, made a phone call back to the States and said, excuse me, sir, and he's one of the owners of one of our great manufacturers. He says, you got to see this kid from Australia. You've never seen anything like it. And that was kind of the inception.
It's like one of those baseball scouts going
Right?
down to the Dominican
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Cuba and like, I got this guy who can throw heat. You got to see him. We got to sign him. Tackett throws some heat at that one, so he gets a spare in the 6th.
Max scored 238 for Tackett, 267 for Belmonte. But Tackett's not out of this. He needs to strike here in the 7th and then get a string, put a little pressure on Jason Belmonte.
He's yet to string strikes together.
He likes it.
Messenger. Not enough. He also said his weakness on television is to go to his strength on the lanes, wanting to go a bit too much.
How big is that break?
Oof.
Didn't quite let that go the way I wanted to.
That's a good sign.
Belmo used a re-rack. He's got 1 left.
You know, and what makes him so dangerous is with all that power, he can go to a urethane ball and go straighter when he has to and when he wants to.
Tackett, I mean, Randy, he has got to start stringing strikes.
I think
it might be too late.
I think his only chance is to strike out. 227 max now. If he goes off the sheet, that means striking out from the 8th frame on.
Gosh.
Running out of time.
Tackett was the only player to win 3 PBA Tour titles last season. The history that's been here, the drama that has unfolded inside and outside of these lanes as well. Go back to 91, the bomb threat that took place here.
Great shot. Still in it. Still has a chance. So much history. So much has gone down on this pair of lanes, 27 and 28 here at Riviera. And right now, Belmonte trying to add his name to that list.
Back-to-back jacks.
He needs a mark. He needs a mark in the 10th frame. The only thing you got to avoid right here is that urethane ball hooking early and going through the nose.
Excuse me, Dave. Can I take my second re-rack? Thank you.
Buying time. I love it. Composed himself. Some deep breaths.
He's just giving the house photographer more time to snap some pictures.
Jason Belmonte, and I said it at the top of the show, I think when it's all said and done, I think he'll be the one player that his legacy will be that he has won the most majors in the history of the PBA Tour. Got to spare it. Remember, he missed one of these already.
He's been the leader since round 2 of qualifying this week, averaged about 229. came into the week leading the tour with the highest average. Hadn't won, though. Was in the doubles show. Crashed out early, but he's got a 30-pin lead here. Skinny jeans, he's got it!
Yes! Yes! Number 10! 10!
He needs one pin. Stay behind the foul line, keep it on the lane.
Better just check the score. I'm pretty sure. Yep, okay.
The leader of the two-hand revolution is now on your Mount Rushmore professional bowling. 10 majors for Jason Belmonte.
Guess what? You are one of the best I've ever seen, man. You're incredible. You're incredible. Absolutely incredible, bro.
Aria, Hugo, Sylvie, I love you guys so much. Kimberly, Mum and Dad, Beck, I love you guys so much. I can't wait to get home and share this with you.
Soak it in, Belmo. PD Dub, Mr. Anthony, you have company. 10 majors, only 3 have done it, and they are all absolute legends. Jason Belmonte joining that elite fraternity, winning his 3rd TOC. He watches EJ Tackett close out his match. Kimberly Pressler standing by. We're going to hear from your winner in just a second.
I think EJ said it best, Rob.
Sure did.
When he congratulated Jason, he said, "Congratulations, Parch. You're one of the best I've ever seen."
He's the best of our generation. There is no debate. Belmo.